there we are. See, we're on TV.
We're on TV.
The three of us should know not to look there, and there we are looking right at the monitor over there. Welcome back to Sunrise Live. It's Wednesday, 29th of December.
It's the 145th anniversary of the bridge disaster in Ashtabula.
Wait a minute.
Really?
Now, wait a minute. That's today's date.
That's today?
Yeah.
145th bridge disaster. Oh, I didn't even think of that date.
I didn't think of it either.
All right.
I just saw it. I got some email about it.
When is the movie finally going to be coming out?
Yeah, when is
I don't know.
Nobody knows.
You're filming, and it's been at least 2 years. Maybe?
145 years now.
Yeah. Wow.
I hope it's good.
Yeah.
The movie or the disaster?
The movie. Yeah, the
disaster wasn't too good. Were you there?
Yeah. Yes.
Welcome to the show, Bob. We're so glad to have you. Martha invited you to come in here today weeks and weeks ago. Thank you for making time in your schedule. This is always so much fun. See, this is what when it's a live show, and you know this feeling, and you both have done this show. It's different than when you know, okay, we can go back and try something again. If it goes badly, or not badly so much as maybe something funny, or something drops off the desk, or something happens, or you get a call, and as all three of us know, you don't know, there's no filter, you don't know what the call's going to be. And I've got to say, since 2008, unless I missed it, or Pat had one, or you had one, I've never had a call that I go, oh, how did that go over the, bad words or something.
No.
So I'm waiting for the day somebody's going to try.
I used to hover over the button a little bit.
I press it and don't even think anymore because it's not happened. Now I've had a call where it hangs up because they have a bad connection or something. So callers, beware. But anyway.
It wasn't me, but Pat was doing the show.
Did you ever have a bad one?
No, but somebody walked in here.
I have had, while I'm on with somebody, a guest that's maybe a new one. I tell them, come on in the front door, go to the right, there's a waiting room, you'll see me in a window.
And they get lost?
No, when they come in, I hear the door, because you can hear the door from here.
Right.
Well, you can hear when they're scratching around up there.
Yeah.
But I mean, and I go, okay, somebody's here. I knew, okay, it's about time, that's good. Walked right in and stood in front and talked to me, not thinking I'm on the air when you just came in the door. I've had that happen once or twice. It's kind of funny.
Yeah. Or
somebody brings their kids with them because they don't have any other way with the kids. They have to bring them. The kids will wander in. I've had kids wander in. I'm serious. Go climb in those chairs over there. It's not time to come on. They're just climbing the studio, picking at stuff. And I go, hey, we're live on the air. And Mom's like, oh no. One kid was digging for gold. I mean, I've had it all. It's kind of funny.
Shouldn't the mom, even if you're not on the air, not be telling kids you can't be climbing on?
Now we're in a new era. Grow up.
Okay, all right.
In my day, I'd have had the wooden spoon applied to the seat of knowledge, but I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun to do. But live is kind of, you're on a tightrope. You don't know.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
You're sitting here with your iPad and your story goes down in the middle of reading it. What are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
When you were doing it, was there Wi-Fi in this room or not? I remember starting, I didn't have it before. It's in here now.
Do you know what we did?
Or what did you do? Hotspot, or what did you do?
I bought a new Wi-Fi for my house.
Yeah.
And I brought the old one in here and I connected
when
it
you
up.
were on, you just did your own thing.
I connected my own Wi-Fi.
So you did have some Wi-Fi in here when you were on.
And then when I left,
because you're an iPad guy, weren't you? You got me to think about this, to have news always ready to go. I love this.
Yeah, it's good.
So when and I'm always prepared in case. Guests always show up, Bob, as you know.
Oh, yeah.
Always. In case you got that hour where
somebody didn't
you don't want all Jim all the time.
Yeah.
So I have stuff ready. And I think that's what a blessing that thing is.
Yeah.
So you did.
So I always have a bunch of did you know things or the top 10 this or that.
Did you ever you filled in this show?
But I haven't filled in very often.
But have you ever had an issue go on when you were in this seat trying to make it go? Like some button didn't, or anything not work for you when you were on?
Or if it didn't work, I probably didn't know it because I mean, I only know how to turn that thing on and off.
You've been in here without a producer though at some point, haven't
I
you? So you've done it alone in the room. It's a little different when there was a guy back there. You could kind of. Let's go to video or whatever, something.
Well, I had it once where I come in here and the commercials didn't work.
Like you would go to fire them.
And I was, there's no, there's
Did you still go to blank just to do
No, there wasn't anything. It was just me. And
they fired the commercial.
No, I fired the commercial, but for some reason it wasn't working.
So the screen didn't change.
No, so the only thing that was showing was me. And
I could at least.
I could not go to a break.
I can go off air with a click. It didn't work for you.
I remember I had
my word.
Bob Stell, the Ashtabula police chief,
Sure.
on, and I had to bring him in and set him down with the camera
And
going.
then you've got to make sure you're all talking appropriately.
Right.
Right.
So
I don't think
it's like, I think, folks, well, I got to guess. Let's go see.
Yeah.
It's like Mr. Rogers.
But isn't and this is just one of many things. Well, let's just start with this. One of many things here that you guys get to enjoy in Conneaut and Kingsville on your cat channels. Your Channel 6 with Great Wave. And I have to promote us a little bit because we've put on this show for 13 years now. But it is a community show. Spectrum folks get it on Channel 1024. And Bob is here. Martha's been a representative on CAB. How long now have you been working with them?
Oh gosh, I don't know, 12 years.
A
maybe?
long
It's
while.
been a
Since
long
the train
time.
disaster.
You heard it here first. And you've been working with CAB. You're a multi-purpose guy. How long have you been on?
I've just been on this year.
Yeah, but
Hasn't been
when
very
you
long.
were with us here, you were filming all
Well,
over the
yeah.
place.
you've been a volunteer for a long time.
You've been
Yeah.
a videographer.
but you don't
for a
have
while.
to be
Yeah.
on the board.
Well,
to
this
be a
is where I
volunteer.
this is where I was doing 2 and 3 videos a day.
Yeah.
sometimes.
Like you'd sometimes be in the court. I remember you had court videos
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to go interview the summer fest in July. Do
Okay.
something with that. You
Well, what
always
was
had very
good then, though,
interesting
is that I could always go to one of those for 15 minutes and just like wander around here aimlessly.
Let's be honest.
You can't do that.
Let's be honest. In the good old days, let's just say any host, I won't name names, if they needed a break, could get a video on.
Well, yeah.
Let's just
Yeah.
put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, if I take a break, they're going to change channels.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you just do it. I love it. Don't get me wrong. It's the incarnation is so weird. It's funny. We're a technology company, but with the show, we've had more tech in our past related to the show than we've got now.
Yeah.
I try to remind folks, and maybe they remember. And I don't know if it was when you were here or not. Was there streaming when you were
Yeah.
here? We stopped the streaming show a few years back.
Yeah, you could stream online.
stream.
In fact, we stream from 7 to 10 a.m.
Yeah.
And
But you could catch it later, couldn't you? Or
well,
something?
we do that. I would
would
do all
fix-
public domain movies I put on
You
there.
know what? I remember. Yeah, you guys would record the show and then you'd put it up later at night or something like that.
We would
Way
do
back
we
in
would
the
do
day?
that.
And
We would-
movies.
and interviews that I've done.
Before Regis's time, I take it.
Oh no, Regis
No.
was
Oh,
around.
well, what goes on all night now? I thought he had news and trivia kind of stuff.
No,
on.
this was on your cable channel 6.
That's what I mean. Isn't there
No.
news and trivia all night now or something like that? After all the programs.
Oh yeah.
So, because when I come on, he switches me over at 7:15, to us, and there's trivia and news before I get here or when I'm here. So yeah, you would play old. What do you want? The ones you don't have to pay fees for, old movies.
Yeah, old public domain. Yeah.
And you would redo our show. Did you cut it or play the full thing?
Well, I would cut the
Just to the
commercial stuff.
interviews.
Yeah. And I remember one time, I think it was like a day or two after Christmas, and he thought we weren't going to have a show here, and I come in and I'm pushing the
No, wait,
buttons.
who? Pat or who? Who
Me,
did-
I was doing the show.
Oh.
And Regis didn't have it connected.
Oh,
So
he
like
didn't know you-
I'm sitting here on the phone trying calling Regis.
Oh, you
Regis.
saw the TV not changing.
Right,
Over.
Regis, we're not on the air. So like 7:20, he finally changed us over, and we went on.
Bob, can I tell you 2 words? Nothing's changed. All right.
I'm sure.
Oh no, everybody goes, Jim. I learned from my parents good work ethic, and you're late if you're not early. This is just
Yeah.
how I grew up. Nobody agrees with that, but I live that way. If I'm not here 30 to 40 minutes early, I'm uncomfortable while getting ready for the day on the show. So I'm here before 7. I get in here, because see, we're 7:30 now.
Okay.
I would have been here early when it was early. I was still always early. But because it's live, you'd be surprised the number of days in a year you come in, and here in Conneaut, the lights had gone out overnight. Now they're on. Well, anything you have on all the time is off. And you've got, and back there, you'd have to restart everything.
Yeah.
So I'm early like, okay, is everything on? Is the camera working? Is the audio working? Is my, like right now I worry about the Wi-Fi. Is the DVD player, because Regis likes me to leave this running in case he wants to test things. The DVD now plays 24/7. I'm waiting for this thing to burn out. No, there's no other player that works. So the day I come in with no DVD, we're gonna have a fun day that day. But he can always run in here and test it if it's always running, something with the channel. And so I just leave it on. But
we used to have the TriCaster.
Well, that is all back there, but not working.
But right. So, but every 3 or 4 days, I'd have to reboot that.
Oh,
or it would,
right.
It would.
It's just electronics. It's what it is.
Right.
So what I'm saying is, there's days where I'm watching my clock, I'm watching the TV, because I turn these TVs on the minute I get here, and 7:15, I'm doing work, I'm looking up stories, and I'm like, okay, you know, it's not over yet. 7:20, okay. About 21 or 2, I wait, because anybody can have a 5-minute goof. I wait a few minutes, and I have his phone number, of course. I'm calling, and I usually call instead of text when it's get on the air.
Sure.
Hello? Hey Regis, it's Jim. We didn't cut over at 7:15. Oh, okay, I'll get right on that. And then he can do something from home, I think.
Yeah.
But pops me on. But the timer didn't work, because he's got us in an open field for these hours, and then it closes back off again. So it's just electronics. It's not. I'm not blaming him. It's just I couldn't roll in here at 7:28 and just go on air. I'd be nuts. So I don't know if you're that kind of a timer kind of a guy.
I would get here about a half hour early.
Just to be ready, right?
Oh, yeah.
Do you guys both doing things like that, or when you get ready to do your news, even though it's recorded, do you still get butterflies before a performance?
Not so.
I still do.
Not so much when it's video, because I can just I edit
you
it.
redo it.
You can redo it.
So yeah, I mean I'll.
What about the live? Do you get nervous before the live
I
stuff?
don't know, maybe. Right, I'm not nervous today, but if something screws up, it's your problem.
Thanks, Bob. Appreciate that.
I just sit back and laugh.
But I want to say, Martha and I don't live here. We work here, our lives are around here, but we don't live in this town. I always say to folks, and I don't know if they understand me, you know, because when you have something all the time, you tend to forget it's there. You can get that way. We don't have access to a day full of localized programming where we live.
Right.
I will get, and I think it's because it's a law, I will get a live council meeting because I think you have to show that.
I don't think you do.
Well, they do it.
Right. I know they do.
I thought there was a law.
I don't think they have to.
Isn't that a sunshine law or something?
No, because you can go there. That's the sunshine law part.
But see, because Geneva doesn't have anything.
Yeah.
They
have no council
stuff.
They have nothing.
Well, anyway, I can watch my council meeting, but it's never taped and replayed.
Right.
You got to look at it Monday 7 to 9 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I keep telling you guys, I know you're flipping through Channel 6 and go, I don't want to watch that right now. You don't understand. Be thankful. Guys like Bob, Martha, the video guy.
Shackle.
Oh my God, Shackle. You know, Chuck Guglielmo, Lance, the people that work on Cindy Prather.
And Matt Crawford.
Matt Crawford. These folks work on your cable channel here in town. There's this live program on the weekday mornings, and then you've got, I read off your brand new list today through next Tuesday. New programming, and maybe some of you can't easily get out and see some of the things around town, or even like Bob likes to film things all over the county. And you get a chance to see maybe what you couldn't see otherwise right here from the comfort of your living room. And I'm just saying, I'm making a broad brush, but I think sometimes you take that for granted because it's always there.
You're right that Ashton Beulah does just the council meetings.
And no other shows.
Yeah.
Right. And
yeah.
I said Geneva, nothing.
Nothing, right. I tried to because I heard that the schools operate the access channel in Ashton
I
Beulah.
don't think they're doing anything right.
But I contacted them once about because I do videos
why do you guys not
for
do
the
anything?
for the Arts Center. The Ashton
And
Beulah. So I went to him and I said,
send you something.
Right, and he gave me some junk about
well, it's not a
copyrights
priority.
or
Let's
something.
put it that way. It's not a priority.
He wasn't interested.
Yeah.
So
Conneaut has been. How
It's
long has
been
this thing been
priority.
around? The cab channel.
Oh gosh, since the late 80s, I think.
So a
isn't
long
it?
time.
yeah.
All right, and thank you for what
40
you
years.
do, and thank you for all your board work. And I mean, tell me about I call you a videographer. Let's go back real quick to the Christmas parade, and I only say that because you and I can have a chuckle now in a 70-degree room. This morning, we were in a minus 20-degree outside with winds blowing.
I'm on the flatbed truck.
Gertis, that had stairs. Yeah, the Gertis Pharmacy in front of there to do the filming and announcing of the parade. Where did that Martha's cold weather go from that night? We've hardly had that since.
Yeah, before you got there, I was stringing.
You had cables.
I had to string extension cords from plugged in at Gertie's.
You were plugged in
up in the rafters. Right? Yeah, it was up in the rafters.
So
Gertie's because we didn't want people tripping over the cords.
Exactly.
And Carrie's helping me, and that was
And
Lance.
almost when it was over, we're like going, well, let's get packed. You had a lot to pack up. I had to just figure a way to worm my way off a truck, and that should have been a video in itself. If you film that, don't tell me you got that.
Now, before we went on the air, you said the man said the flatbed truck wouldn't have stairs, but then when you
But then he got
it didn't
yes,
have
he
stairs.
said, "I'll give you this flatbed because it's got steps." It's
Well, it
easy
had
to
a lot
get."
of room on it.
Steps.
Right, but then we got a different flatbed truck, and there was no stairs, and it was
I'm
like,
not
How high
griping
was
or
it?
complaining. Let me
Was it as
4
high
feet
as
off,
this?
4 feet off the ground, maybe.
yeah,
Had to
it
be
was
4
it was
feet.
pretty.
Up to here.
Yeah, it was. Had
And-
to do some
And
climbing.
you
And
just-
there,
you
and
just
he,
leapt on
somebody found a little two-stepper
Oh,
thing.
No, I brought that with me
Oh,
just
okay.
in case.
And
Oh.
that, for me, didn't do a big lot,
Yeah.
but that's another. I'm not griping that Bladder's. What if you had to film from the street? It wouldn't have looked right, or why do you?
Well,
have to be out on a flatbed?
I think
better view.
well, people they'll just stay
Oh, in front of you, maybe.
Yeah.
That could be part of it.
Yeah,
By
yeah.
the way, Martha, I think I told you this. Maybe I didn't. You and I both saw people that night. Shorts.
Yeah.
You told me that.
It never ends. If you're going to
Yeah.
wear shorts, you just wear them. They're on the street waiting in short, and we were freezing
Yeah,
bundled.
yeah. No,
Well,
wow.
I shot the police Navidad thing.
Okay.
And that was a cold evening.
Was it cold?
And there were parents with their kids, and they were winding down
A lot of
beyond
people
City
showed up
Hall.
for that.
And a lot of them showed up, and a lot of them showed up in shorts.
You did a good job with that video too. That was because that was a first time event for the
Yeah, and
police.
the lighting was just, I was hoping, in my mind I saw, floodlights there
Yeah.
so everybody could see. And I
It
get
was
there, and there
natural
was-
lighting or whatever,
Oh,
right?
yeah, it wasn't good.
So you do what you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let me ask you both this,
Yeah.
and because I want people that are in this, I just do see. And one thing I try to get this straight, guys, and I'm sorry it gets confused. Most people with Great Wave think the cab channel is something that we do. It's ours.
And it's,
If you ask them, they think it's part of Great Wave. I'm sorry, they just do.
They just do.
Because our show's on it, and I think they think, oh, that's your thing, and you put on other. It's not. We're on the cab channel.
Same as Spectrum. They don't have, I don't think the people in Spectrum even know there's a channel there.
Well, it's 1024 for whatever reason, but that's their access
Right.
channel.
Right.
And I have. Well, the funny thing is, I have a lot of viewers that call me from that side too. But like I said, thank you guys for what you do. But would you two just help remind us why it's such a great thing, a blessing to have this kind of community access to videos of local things available to folks here in Conneaut and Kingsville? Why
well,
is
they
this
won't
so
see it
important?
anywhere else. It's just another
like-
medium of communicating what's going on
And
around town.
really, the newspapers are not what they
Well,
used
they're
to
getting
be.
slimmer
Yeah,
and slimmer
slimmer and
anyway.
slimmer.
Right, and they're not covering. I can remember when I started at the Conneaut News Herald how much we covered. We blanketed the area, and
Let-
you can.
I'm gonna
I
say-
don't know that.
Let me say something you two can't say. The local paper is different, and I'm going to say it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Conneaut was
Yeah.
covered, and I mean covered.
Yeah.
Now it's a couple stories.
So I mean,
maybe.
Yeah.
so
and that's just my opinion.
oh
but
no,
that's my opinion.
I think everybody would agree with you on that.
But with that being even lessened a little bit, this is even a better reason. Look at what's going
Right.
on
Oh,
around
yeah.
here.
And one thing that's different now that we want to talk about is a lot of people don't have cable anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And I
And-
want you to mention what's going on with your
So
side of
what
things.
we've been doing is because we're cognizant of this is and CAT TV, Conneaut Access Television is part of the city of Conneaut.
Yeah.
Part of it
It's
is
not
is-
ours at Great Wave.
Yeah.
It's a city
It's funded
Cities.
through franchise fees, the cable company.
Yeah.
So, but a lot of people don't have cable anymore.
That's true.
And so I think some people, when they get rid of it, they don't realize.
They don't realize.
I'm going to be
they're
honest,
gonna
and don't take this the wrong way. I'm just saying they've told me. Some folks say we're going to keep cable as long as you guys have it because I can't see stuff. Let's
Right.
put it that. I'll just
Yeah.
say that. I can't see things I want to see without it
But-
right now. But,
but-
what are you guys doing?
And it started, and we're still in the Regis, our coordinator,
Yeah.
Galvin is working on this. But you can go to ConneautOhio.gov, and there's a thing that says departments there, and you click on that, and it says CAT TV, Now, first of all, I want you to know that stands for Conneaut Access Television. And this was Martha's idea
Oh,
to,
wait a minute.
to have the
That's not my
She
redundancy.
idea.
is the pre-registration
Absolutely.
person.
Oh, no.
Martha
Not my
said,
idea
Why are we
whatsoever.
doubling the TV? So wait, Conneaut Access Television.
Right. So you click there,
Bug you.
Yeah.
and there is a bunch of the videos that
No,
you
wait,
can see.
I mean, they can watch us live if they got cable right now, but they can see videos of what you
Right.
put up
Yeah,
on the
we're
channel
just
on
starting
the internet.
This is new.
Right.
How many
This
might
is
be
new.
in there at any time? Do you know?
Oh.
Lots of them.
Regis has loaded them, or
Yeah.
you put them in, or
well,
who?
it's an ongoing project.
Where are the videos all held? He has them, or where are they all?
They're on Vimeo.
Oh, that's how we do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you go,
Well, I can go there. Well, folks watching me have cable still, but if you wanted to go online, you could still see these.
But
videos.
you know, maybe you don't want to watch Chuck's interviews when it's
Right.
on. You want to watch it later in the day.
Oh.
You can watch it on demand.
And what
Yeah.
are they labeled by the title, kind of a
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
wow.
what if you're in Florida and you want to see what's going on in Conneaut
Snowbirds.
City Council?
I can
Yeah.
think of somebody, Jim and his wife, Jim. They call me.
Kulko? No, that's you.
No, there's I can't think of his name all of a sudden, but he would call me enters contest when they're gone in the winter. They say we missed the show when
Yeah.
we're gone.
And they can watch.
Snowbirds.
So there's videos on City Council, Conneaut City
I'm
Council,
sure there
The
is.
school
yeah.
school
board.
boards, North Kingsville Village
And how much
Council.
is fun outdoor
And then,
videos?
A lot of
and
fun
then you know,
things.
like I was talking about Police Navidad, parades. I did a feature on the car shows that they have down at Township Park in the summer.
Right.
We had that.
And that's in there.
A tour of the D-Day Museum, a tour of the Railroad
See, I
Museum.
love that D-Day Museum one. That's
Yeah.
a good video
Yeah.
because not everybody goes. I don't know why they don't go see it.
And I do when there's a new video, or when there's a new play at the Art Center.
You cover
or
that kind of thing.
I shoot that kind of stuff too. So there's and I'm
Are
thinking
you
about when
doing
I-
something for Secret Garden coming
Oh,
up?
yeah.
that
Oh,
Martha's
he will
in?
be. But
Yeah.
that's-
You always catch that kind
Yeah.
of thing. What do you do? The practices, the week that they get ready before
Right.
the performance?
Right. And
What's that, Tech Week?
Tech week.
right. And there's a Monday is like a media day,
Okay.
and sometimes I
Oh,
go back
okay.
on Tuesday if I need to
Yeah,
shoot
they
some
are
stuff.
kind of structured to being careful who's in and out of the building. I guess that's true. They're
Yeah.
very cautious
Right
about
now.
things.
Yeah, and do the math.
Because I had Megan on talking about limited tickets at Nutcracker and the way they structure the
Yeah.
seating and all
Although, and I'm not an official there, but what I understand is they're going to allow more seating, but you're going to have proof that you've had your vaccinations.
that. You know, that's not unfair.
No,
If
it
they-
is.
If they're
And you're still going to have to
Yeah.
wear a mask.
Yeah.
But that way, because
At
right
least-
now it's your group is here, and then there's got
well,
to be
let's
an empty
face it,
seat, and
they're
then the
not
next group.
making what they need to make.
No.
No.
It's not.
No.
And there would be an empty
And they're
row.
trying to be safe.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't blame any of that. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Well, they're following what the Ashtabula Health Department's telling us.
So we can go online to the county. You said conneautohio.gov. Look up departments, and under that CATTV, and there are videos we can watch right
Right,
there.
right.
All right.
So you
And
can
that's
expect,
going on
there's your
forward
day.
now.
You were wondering what you're going to do the rest of the day. There you go.
And that's a tablet, an iPad, phone, whatever. As long as you can get online, you're good to go.
Computer, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But they're going to be putting more and more things
Right.
on. I mean,
Oh,
he's
it's
having
going
to.
forward.
He's having to. What? I don't understand the
Well, he has to load them
jargon.
in,
He has to load them in.
Because
and
there's a limited
Oh, there's
cloud
like
space, or
10
what is
years
it?
of stuff to
But I
go
mean, there's
in
no
there,
space
but-
issue with him loading things in.
I don't know. I think there might be at some point,
'Cause
but
video
we're not.
takes a lot of
We're
room.
not.
Anyways,
We're not
near
near
that.
Well,
that.
video is a
Yeah.
big space taker, but I mean, there's
Yeah.
plenty of room.
Vimeo is sort of like YouTube, except you don't get the commercials. The city of Conneaut didn't want people to go on to look at city stuff
Like on
and
YouTube.
see, right,
Well,
like
I
in
get
the
it.
middle of it.
If
Yeah.
you go to watch
So-
it, you see the video.
Right.
Yeah.
Vimeo.
Right. So Vimeo, you can just see the videos, and like I say,
Thank you for getting that together, though.
Yeah.
Good.
that Regis did that.
Put in the filming you do and all that. You're adding into it.
Yeah. Well, it's what I used to do when I worked here, but
Yeah.
I'm doing it for free now.
Isn't that always so much more fun? Let me see here. Let me do this. I want to take a break. Bob wants to talk with us a little bit about something out of Geneva. Speaking of Geneva Camera Club.
Yeah.
And I want you to tell me a little about what does that mean? Are you part of it? What do they do? And what do you want to tell us? We're going to take a break, try to get a commercial in, and we'll be back with Martha, Bob Lebzelter on this kind of hump day. We're almost getting over
That's
the
right.
hump, and we're sliding right into
And do another holiday.
Yeah.
New Year's Day
Yeah.
2022. Welcome back to Sunrise Live on a Wednesday morning, 29th of December. We are at about 9:31, sort of in the tailwind section of the show today. Having a great, man, we had a great time. Early on, Darlene Brisley, you know, I gotta be honest with you sometimes. It's funny. Martha and I talk about when she comes and maybe a couple of special guests coming in. What are we going to do? What do you want to chat with them about? I leave her day to her. When we figure out a day she's coming in, I kind of don't want to mess up her day. So if it's nobody or 10 people, it's kind of Martha's day. And so I'm thinking, well, what are we, Darlene, what are we going to do? We spent 40 minutes easily chatting with her because it's friendly. We're just talking in a friendly manner and have a good time with it. Bob, we're trying to struggle with what to talk to him about. Got to pull teeth with him.
A few words.
During the commercial, though, Martha pointed out that if you go online and you see the videos that we have from the cable access, that you can go to our Facebook page. You can suggest things that you'd like to see. This time of year is pretty slow.
Yeah, it's
through
very
January.
slow. It's very slow. There's not a lot going on.
So if you've got stuff, or there's something you really liked, or do more of this,
or want to see,
or do that. Or if you think we welcome volunteers if you know how.
Do you need a lot of specialized training to volunteer?
Probably a couple of years and a master's degree.
No.
A pulse and a warm body.
And an interest to learn it, but it's not hard.
Right.
But you might film things that all these guys that are doing it now aren't. They're not at everything. Yeah, they can't be.
Everybody's a volunteer.
And if you don't like, if you've got a church, and you see other churches there, then if you've got a camcorder or a video camera, you can shoot
things.
Yeah, right.
So you're looking for volunteers too.
Yeah.
We're always looking for content.
That's really cool, and that's why you guys get a weekly schedule of new things coming on after the live show, and then of course Wednesdays and Sundays they play a number of hours of the local church services every week for you. If you don't get out or go to them or whatever, they're on. So I think you guys do a great service. Let me shift gears. Geneva.
Into third, yes.
Yeah, into a fourth. Let's go into fourth gear. Geneva Camera Club and Bob Lebzelter. What's the connection here?
I'm the president.
Are you really?
That's the connection.
Now, how did you get that status?
I went to a picnic, and they said,
we need volunteers.
They said, let's have vote for officers. Now, I had been a member for 2 months at the time.
Well, how did you find out about them since you're a Conneaut guy? How do you know about them?
Well, first of all, it's kind of a misnomer, Geneva Camera Club. It's not just Geneva by any
it's a county thing?
Yeah, but it started in Geneva.
All right.
In 1955.
Oh, my word.
And they would be in the second floor of different businesses in downtown Geneva. And
what was their point of being?
Well, it was just for people that were interested in photography. And the wives, in 1955, wives didn't have any interest except getting their sinks cleaned and no dirty yellow. And so the wives would go along.
We just lost a few viewers, Bob, but that's okay.
The wives would go along to serve refreshments afterwards because the men were not able to,
we're not able to do that.
Pick up a brownie themselves.
Yeah. And 2021.
Eventually, the women got interested in photography too.
Yeah, of course.
And the previous president is from Kingsville with a Conneaut address, so it's not unusual. And our treasurer is from.
How often do you meet in the club?
We have monthly meetings, except in the summer and in December.
Okay.
And so we meet the third Wednesday, which is the 19th of January.
Now,
I looked on the calendar.
So the next one is January. What might you do at a meeting of this club? What do you bring pictures you've taken and share?
That is one thing we definitely do. But one of the reasons I wanted to talk about this is a lot of people get new cameras for Christmas.
That's an idea.
And the scenario to me is that they see all these great pictures that somebody's taken.
Yeah.
And they say, I'd like to take pictures like that too. So I need a good camera. So they get themselves a good camera, and then they look at all the dials, and they try to read the manual, and it's like, I'll put this on a shelf, and someday.
And guess what? Grandson finds it 40 years later.
Right. They blows the dust off, or they keep it in automatic, which is like average for everything, and so. You're not getting.
You had great hopes, but
right. If you want to get your son in cross country and he's running, and you have an automatic, the camera itself doesn't know what you're doing.
Who's that? Yeah.
If they don't know it doesn't know what you're doing, and so the shutter speed's not going to be fast enough, so you're going to get this blurred mess. and you can pretend, you can say, look, I took this picture, and it's supposed to be that way.
That's my grandson, right there in the blur.
Yeah, that's it. And it's supposed to look like, they're not going to believe it. They'll doubt their head, and
Just
they're going to say you're bad.
It's the Flash.
Right, yeah. Right, it's very...
Now I'm going to ask you a question about
So what we wanted to do, we usually have some kind of a theme or something for each.
Okay.
Where one time we had, we set up lights so that if you wanted to do professional lighting and stuff, how to do it. And then everybody could bring their camera and take photos that way.
Well, because there's the direct, there's the bounce off method, there's all sorts of things.
Exactly. So this one is...
I got a phone call. It might be for you. I just noticed. I don't want to miss it. Let's hope it's for you, or we'll find out.
Yes.
Good morning. Welcome to the show today, here with Martha and Bob Lebzelter.
Good morning. I'll tell you, the scenery that you have in the winter and the summer and the shows after your shows, it's nice because I can't get out and I can see the Christmas parades and anything that goes on. I can turn it on. And Jim, if I couldn't turn my TV on, get you on in the morning, I'd be lost.
Man, you got a sad life. I'm just kidding you.
You guys are doing a wonderful
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I think we like what we do too as part of the reason. But see, you're a perfect example of. You'd love to maybe get out and see some more things, but your world is shown to you on your cable channel here on Channel 6. So there you go.
That's right, because I can't get out.
I get that.
Drive, so.
Well, thank you for that call.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
And that's the reason it exists. We're going back to the other thing.
Yeah.
Again, thanks for what you do. Thank you for that call. We like to hear that, and so do they, by the way.
Yeah.
All right, you have monthly meetings. After everybody falls asleep, what do you do?
So this next one is going to be, the theme is going to be January 19th, and right now we're switching between the Ashton Beulah Library downtown and the Geneva Library. So this month, but January.
Where are you going to be?
It's going to be at the downtown Ashton Beulah Library.
Okay, ACDL.
Right, and it's going to be at 6:30.
It's an evening class.
Right, 6:30 to 8 o'clock. Okay. And we're going to be talking about, you got a new camera. What do you do with it? And you can bring your camera. We got people. I'm a Canon guy. There's a lot of Nikon people. And when they nominated me for president, I said, "You realize that I've got Canon cameras?" But and they didn't care. So
what was the dispute there again?
Well, I just joked that everybody there has got Nikon.
Oh, Nikons, you have Canon.
But you know, we got people that have been doing this for a long time. We had a meeting the other day was how to mount your pictures if you want to display them.
Okay.
And so I mean, there's a lot of different
fun stuff.
Yeah, and so you can bring your cameras in and say, I don't know.
Are you looking for visitors to come to these meetings that aren't in the club just yet?
Right, exactly.
So it's open to anybody.
Right.
Okay.
And we're talking, we haven't, because it's Christmas and nothing gets done around Christmas, but we're thinking about maybe doing a Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
Or at least videoing it and showing it later.
Okay.
So we have just like the Conneaut Access channel, we have a Facebook fan page that we can, if you want to look there closer to the 19th, maybe we will have directions on Zoom on how you how you can watch it. But we'll try to get up. But you can definitely come to the meeting. You know, you're worried, wear a mask. That's fine.
Do you have all sorts of ages in the group, or is it tending to be older folks? Or where's your age ranges?
We've got some that are probably in their 30s. We've got a lot like in their 60s.
Okay.
It seems like everything is groups of interest. You have older people.
Stuff that let's not talk video right now, because you've done a million videos as well. Photo shoots that you might take. Pictures, I mean, that you take. What's one of your, here's my photo collection over the years. Do you have a favorite one or two of your own that stand out to you? Like, that really turned out like just what I wanted.
Well, I like
to come to you,
I like to shoot D-Day.
Okay.
And, like last time, there's supposed to be the heat of battle, and this German is eating an apple. So...
You couldn't use that one.
So, well, I
you took it.
Yeah, I mean, no, I used it because it was
quick break during battle.
Yeah, and I liked the planes going over.
So you take motion shots.
Well,
But you know how to make them work, is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Right.
So you like.
But you know what I like to do just for myself is, I go out with the grandkids. We go hiking.
You always show stuff like that.
And at the end of the year, we do a coffee table book of everything that's been going on for the year.
That's really cool.
My grandkids are in plays, and they do a phenomenal job. And so I've got pictures of Henry dancing in the Nutcracker, and all of them.
Speaking of Henry, I don't know the other one. You've had him on the show here.
Yes.
Doing news with you or something.
Yeah.
What he was on.
Was he a news reporter for you?
You can find it somewhere on.
It's on YouTube somewhere.
Yeah, and he hadn't even gotten into kindergarten yet.
You had a shirt and tie on him and everything.
That was his
But I mean, it was cool looking.
Yeah, he was good. And
how old? 4 years maybe?
Well, he would just turned 5 because he was going. This would have been like June, July, and he was going to school. And he was in Peter Pan.
But he didn't show fear of being in here with you.
No. And he talked about his first play he was going to be in Peter Pan. He has been about 25 now.
Yeah.
But
so picture. See if this is your thing. Maybe you're thinking I'd like to think about. Man, I'd love. I see Rich McBride's photos. I hear people talk. I hear Bob. I hear people that love to do this for a hobby, or maybe some people even sell them down the road, whatever. And you'd like to do that. Maybe this. And it's, again, Geneva Camera Club, it's for the county.
Right.
Maybe January 19th, 6:30 at the ACDL, Asheville County Library. Maybe you ought to go there and meet with them and just see what they're all about. That would be a great idea. Do they have to register to come to this?
No.
Thank you.
Eventually, we have a...
Oh, you need to pre-register.
No, eventually, if you become a member, there's a huge fee of $10. But you can go a few meetings otherwise.
So you're trying to keep
But you could just pop into a meeting and
you could pop into 3 or 4 meetings.
Listen to that cost. They're trying to keep some people out. We understand that.
That's right. Well, with the hefty fee there.
That's a hefty fee. But that's understandable.
Put a $10 bill on a string and give it to them and pull it back.
When you come to the meetings, besides the topic of the night and some discussion, do you guys show off some photos from the last meeting to now?
Right.
So, like, this might be some holiday shots you'd be looking at probably for some people.
I think the theme is lights.
Oh, okay.
And stuff. But yeah.
Is it fun? Is it?
Yeah.
What do you get when you're an experienced photographer? What do you get out of these meetings now?
Well, people comment. They'll point out things maybe you didn't notice. Maybe they'll give you some suggestions.
Have you learned something because of the meetings?
Oh yeah. Especially about the lighting and all, and that I didn't know.
Okay.
There's been some software that I used because they made suggestions.
Okay, so you not only as an experienced photographer get something out of it, a newbie could open up a whole new world.
Well, right, and it's there's if you're coming in and you can talk to fellow people, people that don't know photography, their eyes may glaze over. You're talking about shutter speeds versus apertures versus depth of field and But if you've got people that are with like-minded interests.
Do you know what I've started doing online recently? Because I like movies. Now, there's no Jiminy Critic anymore. They don't send me out to go review movies, but I still watch movies here and there. I now have found this thing online called Studio Binder, and you can find out videos about directors, like you mentioned, aperture, camera angles, lighting. And there's they're 14 to 20 minutes long. How do movie people make that part of the movie? Like when they'll show you scenes from movies and you go, I remember that, and they go, here's how we did it.
Oh.
The camera had to be here, the light had to be here, the guy had to move, the zoom in, the zoom out, when you go right with somebody. Yeah. And I'm thinking, I never knew. It's just because I like movies, and I know the ones I enjoy. Now I know how they're making from a shot list, from a storyboard.
Yeah.
You learn things about an interest you have. If you're thinking, I kind of like photography, but I don't think I'm any good at it. I can't go to this club. Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Go and have fun and learn, meet the people. Would you mind if somebody was in high school or 18 to 20s that came
all they had was a cell phone. They wanted to
I was going to ask you, what about that? Is that even
cell
worth
phones
talking about?
So people can come even if...
Like if this is their means of a picture, you could still come to your meetings.
The best camera for you is the camera you got with you.
Oh,
okay, there you go.
And
what about those old ones with the cube that flashes?
Yeah.
The old 110.
It's 4 pictures and you're done.
Yeah. Yeah, if you got one of those, probably people would be interested in. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like I've gotten a little bit into film photography after 30 years.
But you'd still do film sometimes?
Not very often because
the expense?
Oh yeah. When I got my camera that I bought in 1978. I was only like 5 years old at the time, of course. And I got it all cleaned up, and there were some light leaks, and I got that all taken care of. And now that I've spent $200, I get my camera fixed. I wonder how much film is. So I go to Rite Aid, and 3 rolls of film was $23.
You could still get film though.
$23. A couple of months later, it went up to $40.
Oh my God!
So it's an expensive medium.
Yeah.
For how many pictures would you get?
There would be. Well, that was 3 rolls of 24 exposure.
But think, digital. Rich is out there popping thousands of DA shots, and it's free.
Think about that. Yeah.
I will ask you this, camera guy. There's a difference in film and digital.
Right.
Biggest thing is what? The way it looks. I mean, biggest look at a film and look at a digital.
The film I noticed has got a slightly different look to it, a different color tint to it.
It is.
It's interesting, yeah.
Do you think it's better digital look though?
Oh, digital's better
because you can clarify everything.
Yeah. The reason I went back and did some with film is because with the digital, there's a lot to remember. But you have autofocus. You can set the aperture, it'll set the shutter speed, or vice versa. And all this. And I'm wondering, am I spoiled? Can I go back?
Can you do it?
And can I do it? And that's kind of what I did.
So you'll do it from time to time to do it.
Right.
Now, color film or black, white, or both, or what do you shoot? When you're doing film, is it all color pictures?
I did 1 roll of black and white.
How'd that look?
It was grainy.
It didn't look right.
It did not look
or
right.
Would it be something you wanted to look that grainy look, or you didn't intend that?
No, I didn't intend that.
Okay.
I ended up using some software to clean up the grain.
Because I'm thinking a D-Day picture or 2 grainy might look interesting.
Yes. Well, film too.
Yeah.
The software I use when I'm editing the film.
Can you change the look?
You can put in a filter to make it look black and white, or
like sepia or
sepia.
You
right?
can do that.
Yeah, or it'll make it.
All right, but how different?
It'll have like lines through it, like it's
how different
film.
from what you shot? Changing it, does it look though? Does it look good to change it?
Yeah.
So it does.
Yeah.
Have you done that?
Well,
changed it.
We have shot. My grandsons and I have shot our own movies.
Yeah, you have.
That's right.
And one of them is called Microwave Marcus. Marcus is one of my grandsons. And
there's one there, Robin Banks or something.
Yes, Crime Does Pay. But the first couple we did were silent films. We put music to them so that I could direct them while they're on.
And you could say something.
Go over here, go over there. And the Microwave Marcus, we got old music, and we put that.
How fun is that?
Put the old black and white, and you've got lines through it and stuff.
Did you make a copy for them to have, or is it just online?
It's somewhere? On YouTube.
Like your YouTube
channel. Henry has a computer, and he's got all of those.
Man.
But Crime Does Pay, and we did in color, with sound, and they did really good. They memorized it, and we shot scenes like 7 different times.
Oh man! But you were out on Main Street.
Yeah, we were there walking down the road with a toy gun.
Yeah, well, now that could have been interesting. Well, you know what? We got to go today. Believe it or not. Thank you so much, Bob.
Oh, thank you.
Cable TV, CAT TV. Look them up on Facebook. And enjoy. When you go to look up the City of Conneaut page. There's departments, and then you find the section for your CAT TV. Tons of videos, and Regis will be adding more and more and more
constantly
to look at online.
And if you like this show, the local guests, Chuck Guglielmo has guests every week that you can
I'm going to take a call only because you got to be quick caller, but let's see what they want. Good morning. Welcome to the show. We got about 30 seconds.
30 seconds? Okay.
Yep.
Good morning, Bob.
Good morning.
Kenny. Hi, Kenny. He wants to know how you're doing.
I'm doing fine.
Your TV's loud, Kenny.
I know.
And we're going to get cut off.
We're going to get cut off.
Okay. What do you need, buddy? You just want to say hi to Bob?
Hey, Bob. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. I got up early today, but...
Did you have a nice Christmas there, buddy?
I did.
You know Kenny by chance? Kenny Tryon. He calls it.
Yeah, I know Bob for a long time.
He says he knows you. I'm afraid to ask how you know Bob.
We were in jail together.
On that show.
Yeah, he did. He remembers you on the show.
Yeah. No, my Christmas was good.
But you're much happier now with the content of the show, aren't you, Kenny? Wait, he won't. He'll tear me up. He didn't answer.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
You have a great day. Martha, you have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kenny.
Thank you.
You too, Bob.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. You too.
Yo, you too, Bob.
That's an
That was
afterthought.
Well, guys, we're going to go. Thank you for CAT TV and the Geneva Camera Club. January 19th, 6:30, Ashtabula Library. Come out and take a meeting and see what you think. Meet some great people, and you might just fall in love with pictures.
Yeah.
Have a great day, guys.
Thank you.
I'll
Happy
see
New
you
Year.
for our final show, Lord willing. Tomorrow we'll be here for the final show of the week. And then after
Another
that,
year.
I won't
Another
see you
year.
until next year.
Right,
So,
right.
bye for
Right.
now. Have a great day, Conneaut.